we go at the 10th. Nothing too special here with the tee shot. It's pretty much straight on. You see the bunkers in the background, but they're pretty much optical, and anything up there to the bunkers is fine. I think that was a good one. 125 to the pin. You do not want to leave it short, because you probably see it. There's this undergreen, and if you leave it just short of the green, it runs down, not in the water, it's not that mean, but pretty much down to that valley of death. So whatever you do, make sure you hit it up there. Beautiful 11th hole. Not much to say about it. I would personally prefer the left side a little bit, because the fairway slopes left to right, but anything on fairway is fine. You want to be over here on the left side, hit it towards that tree, or the right side of that bunker underneath the tree, because everything will tend to slope down to the right. Unless of course you can carry that bunker, then life is much easier, but we have a little breeze against us today, so I'll give it right of that thing. The reason why I'm quickly stopping here is that this is a place where some of the drives tend to land or tend to end up when there is wind from the back, so when there's poniente. Also, I'm standing here because Joost Luiten hit a 4-iron from here and it ended up in the hole. So he hit an albatross from here, and I think that was a pretty amazing shot, because you can hardly see the green or the flag or anything else, and I think Joost, that was a brilliant shot. So I'll take that second shot anytime. I got 77 according to my laser. The marker says 74 meters to the front of green, and you should have a look at the pin positions, because depending on where it is, there's a one hump about the middle of the green. It looks like a false front from here, so the green goes very much to the back, and if you land your ball behind that hump, it goes off into the back and over the green, no matter what wind it is. So keep it somewhere on the middle of the green. One thing left to mention, the 11th is usually one of the fastest green on campus, because there's the wind coming either from this side or this side. It's very exposed, so it usually dries out very quick. So it's a hard one, and it's usually a little bit faster than the rest of them. Yeah, welcome to the 12th. This is a 180 meter carry hole towards that very well guarded green with a lot of trees. The pros play it at 210 meters, and then it's really a tough thing. For more bunker shots, please refer to the other video where I play all Valderrama bunkers in one day. So good and bad news about the 13s. The good news, there are no bunkers. The bad news, plenty of cork trees. Aim it toward that single tree in the background, but make sure you don't reach it, because then you have difficulties to the green. Now this area here is about as far left of the tee where you can go, because you already have that huge tree where you were aiming for in play. So either you stay a little more to the right or you deal with that here. I actually take it, it's not too bad. Don't be fooled by this innocent looking green. It's regarded as one of the hardest on campus because you never know where it slopes. It somehow slopes towards all directions depending on where you come from. It's not only my opinion, but it's also the opinion of some of the caddies of the professionals I've talked to. It's supposed to be easy, it's short, no bunkers, and if you hit a par, you're fine off. So as the sun sets at Valderrama, we still got some holes more to play. This is a rather short hole and I would not recommend hitting a full driver here because I don't want to be anywhere left or right of the center of the fairway. For me, something like a 200-meter shot from the whites is plenty. So this was a pretty perfect tee shot. Right in the middle, 3-wood, easy one, not even well hit, as you've probably seen. So, but the outcome is just perfect. So don't be fooled by a direct laser. I know it's not allowed in tournaments to have one of those slope adjustments, but I know that from the birdie books, from the professional ones, it's about 8 meters plus. So if I have 101 on the laser, it's 8, or even if you want to do 10 meters plus. So I would rather go for something like a 110, 112 meter shot. What a beautiful view with the sunset now, isn't it? Despite the fact that it's a pretty long hole usually, today it plays 185 to the pin, but depending on where it is, it can be in the front left corner, then it's something like 165, maybe 170, and it can be in the very far back when it's almost 200. So see that you get your laser or your caddy and get the right distance depending on the wind. But if you want to know some insider tips, go for the left half of the green because everything slopes like a big banana towards the far right. Sometimes it is not advisable to use a driver, something really long, because you can overhit the fairway and then it's in the back of the scrub again. So I usually hit just something like a 3-wood, 200, 210 maybe in meters. That's plenty. and keep it straight on, and don't be fooled. Don't go too far to the right, because then you have to have a really long carry one, or the second one is going to be difficult. So straight, lovely through the middle should be fine. Okay, although I still have 167 meters to the pin, a little downhill, so should be no problem. I prefer that position, even if the tee shot seems a bit short. But if you go long and end up too far to the left and it rolls down and between the trees into the rough, I do not like that. In front of the green there's a lot of thick rough, so you need to carry this green, and out of the thick stuff it's not possible. So I prefer it rather short, although I have a pretty long shot into the green. So if you find the time, you can walk back to the Black Tees just to have a look at the plaque there. From there has been 2 albatrosses so far. One has been Graham McDowell, and the other one was the beloved Miguel Angel Jimenez, and you can believe what the crowd was going crazy at this time. So the 17 itself went through some major renovation over the years, especially just before the 97 Ryder Cup. It was redesigned by Severiano Ballesteros. The green was lowered and there was no lake in front of it. Today it's probably one of the nicest holes in golf, as widely recognized, and I love it too, especially in the sunset. So one word about the tee shot. There's a bunker on the right and there are a couple of on the left. If there's no wind, feel free to carry the one on the right side. It's not too far, it's just about 200. Take the second one as an approach shot and the third one over the water. The long guys and of course the 2 pros, they go almost over the left bunker, but the right side of the left bunker, and afterwards there's a little slope, I'll show that later, and from there of course they hit it in 2. Not for me though. So that tee shot was okay. Not great, so no chance of hitting the green in 2. It's 250 to the green, and so for me it's a layup shot. Have a look at the birdie book, because there are a bunker on the right side, and it's possible to hit out of the bunkers, of course, to the green. So you want to be left of that. It's plenty of room, don't be scared. I'm not sure if you can see it on the video, but there are 3 cork trees in the very back. It's actually on the 18th tee. If you aim to the furthest right of it, I think that's a good idea. It's just straight on to the middle. So to give you an idea, about here is the magic point. If you go past this ridge, it rolls down a little bit, and then of course you have the chance to go there with your second. That's what I was hoping for, 100 to the pin. Go! Woo. We have seen a lot of drama on that hole. Probably one of the worst to watch was Tiger Woods putting it off the green into the lake. That happened during the Ryder Cup. As I said, probably one of my favorite holes in golf, especially on a lovely, peaceful and lonely evening like this. You have to experience that yourself. Have a go. So finally the 18th. I have to admit, with the 18th I have some problems, I should say, because I've never really figured out how to play it. I think a straight tee shot is good as long as it's not too long. So sometimes with the wind from the back I even take something like just a 3-wood or 5-wood, but usually I take a driver because I need the distance, because it's a very long hole with 397 meters from the white tees. So anything right off those trees is fine. If you're really long, have a go over them, find your ball and hit the second to the green. Anything else is a little bit of luck. It's a very worthy finishing hole. 17th was a tough hole already. The 18th is also for the professionals. Let's have a go. So you see there's a slope up there. That's the right side of the fairway. If you're able to hit a draw into that slope, it will probably run down here. Otherwise you aim for the tree straight on here. And here's mine, and that was actually a lovely shot. Well, this was it with me, the Cala golfer, and how I play the course, Valderrama in Spain. My absolutely favorite course, and it has been in immaculate conditions for end of February. It's absolutely lovely day today, although it's getting chilly now. I'm looking forward to having a beer on the bar now. If you liked it, leave a like, leave a comment of course, and subscribe if you haven't done so. And I hope to see you soon here at the Cala Golfers. Auf Wiedersehen, bye bye, au revoir, and hasta la próxima, y gracias a Valderrama.